Now a fishing legend in his own mind, Rick Jordan.
Top of the morning. A little windy day today. What were you said, Dave? You said the winds were doing what?
Wind 13 gusting to 25, and that's about what they're expected to be today.
Oofta.
So,
Woofda. Russ Francisco joins us this morning. 20-some mile-an-hour winds. I don't like that at all, Russell.
No, but it's not too bad down next to the lake yet. But it'll get gusty later. It's hot, It's going to get some winds. We're going to get some heat out of it.
Yep. Well, the winds will cool us down a little bit, but be careful out there if you're boating. Just cheeseburgers. Just be cautious, for heaven's sakes. It's time for that. Well, Russ, what have you heard about fishing here in the Northland lately?
Actually, still pretty good. People come in with nice pictures of big fish, and crappie fishing is good. I mean, it's. But we're going to go into summer now. There's no doubt about it. With a week of heat here, so we might have to change some tactics. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, last week and all of this week, fishing was still good. Nice walleyes caught. Lots of nice crappies, big muskies, big northerns. Yeah, sort of fun. Good. Big Lake has been great. Yeah, it's really taken off again. I talked to people in Silver Bay. Talked to people in Bayfield, and of course around the area here, and everybody seems to be doing fine. So we're having a good run of it so far.
Some folks I was talking to the other day were quite amazed to hear how shallow you can fish on Lake Superior and catch some very good fish.
Yeah, this is an odd one where we've had some pretty nice weather, and the fish are in the top, I'm going to say 70 feet, but most time top 50 feet, so pretty easy pickings. Yeah,
this couple that had been out, we're talking about 25 feet from surface. That seems really shallow.
Yeah, like I say, top 40, 50 feet all the way. It just depends on where you are. And then if you look at the map of the lake, you can find some pockets out in the middle that are 75 degrees on the surface. And then you'll find other areas that are 50 degrees. It's a very, very interesting year. We haven't had a lot of wind, but when we have wind, it's been pretty brisk. But nothing out of one direction for many days in a row. It's just been an odd one. But, people have figured out how to catch fish.
I have not been on Lake Superior much, other than on the Vista Star, Vista Queen. I find that hard to believe that the water temperature would be that warm.
Yeah, well, when the water doesn't move, okay, we don't have a lot of wind, and it's hot, and we've got a lot of sunshine, and we have a lot of turbidity still in the water. There's a lot of stuff that's settling out now, but up until a couple of weeks ago, we still had lots of mud and junk in the water from all the big rains that we had earlier on in the summer. So it takes a while for that stuff to settle out. It absorbs a lot of heat. Mother
Nature, what a lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about inland lakes? What have you heard about the reservoirs or whatever around?
Well, they're good. Smallmouth fishing has been excellent. They always send us pictures, so lots of nice fish being caught. Lots of muskies, so that's been good. Fishing has been very good. Fish Lake being probably the shining light of all of them. It's just it's some nice pictures coming out of Fish Lake. Nice sized walleyes. A lot of it's catch and release, of course, but decent crappies, big sunfish. So it's been fun to see.
Yeah, I caught what I thought was a crappie, and closer it came to the boat, it morphed into a very big sunfish. I've never seen one that big.
A lot of 10-inch sunfish, yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Biggest fish we caught last weekend, let's see, I believe it to be 30-inch. 30-inch, what was that? It was a walleye. That's a good fish, 30-inch.
Oh, you think? People wait all their life to get you 30-inch walleye.
How much would that go? 10 pounds?
Oh, yeah. They're pretty close to 10 pounds.
I might be lying on that, though. I'd have to check with my accountant who was in the boat. Well, anyway, as we're not quite changing seasons, but the water dictates how and where we fish, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think Well, it should anyway. A lot of people fish the same way. Could just have a bad day of fishing. But
Yeah.
if you move around and change and pay attention to what you see on your screens, you'll find the fish, and you might have to change the way you fish. And you may. One thing we've noticed this year is, and I've talked to the wholesalers and minnows too. We're selling less minnows than usual. We're selling a lot of baits, a lot of crankbaits, a lot of plastics. We're selling plenty of crawlers and leeches, but the minnow business is not as brisk as it normally is. But they're buying a lot of baits that mimic minnows, and so we're seeing a lot of that going on. So when these fish go deep, it's a little easier sometimes to cover. Well, it's easier to cover a lot more water, So when you have crankbaits or you have swim baits or something, you can cover off a lot of water,
I would say that my son and I did very good on leeches.
Yes, I would agree 100%. Been a big month for leeches. That's been really good. And been good for crawlers, too. I mean, floating them off the bottom, that's been good. And then, I say, cranking baits in 20 feet of water, bill baits and stuff like that, that's been really good. Rapalas have been running well. Some of the jigging baits like jigging rapalas have been working well.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty traditional year. It was different for the last couple of years, 2-3 years, but it's a pretty normal.
Traditional.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting you say that because digging around in the garage and I found a very old, are you sitting down? A Bassarino.
Oh, yeah.
Red and white. I think it's plastic, not wood. And I am hankering to get that out in the water. That was everybody's choice for bass, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. Works really good. You got to get on the edge of the weed beds with it. But if you want to do scum frogs and fish right in the garbage right now, that's been really good. You got to have a little heavier rod, drag them out of the brush. But that's been really good too.
All right, some good deals at Marine General Supply. What's cooking?
Well, it's the year end for the manufacturers, not for us. We're just cranking up, but they're switching gears, and so they're running some specials. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start specials early here because we need to make some room as stuff comes in for the next season. So all the ski tubes, all the skis, all the stuff related to that is all 40% off right now. All the sun shirts and shorts and whatever's left is 40% off. All the kayaks on lot. We've got 60-some boats left out there and canoes. Everything's 40% off. So we're going to start. We normally do that in August. We're going to start early. The weather's really nice, and so we're going to do that. If you want some, if you need some combination fishing rods for spinning rods and stuff, we bought a bunch of 13 fish stuff. That's Rapala, and they're all half price. So it's, come on in and take a look at them. And we've got as we find specials. There's not a lot of them out there, but as we find them, we grab them and pass the deals on.
Attaboy. Hours at Marine General.
96 Monday through Saturday, 9 to 3 on Sunday, marinegeneral.com all the time. Any questions at all, give us a call if you're outside the area, and the 800 number. It's 800-777-8557. We ship every day.
Good job. You're the best. Thank you, Russell.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
See you later. Russ Francisco, Marine General. Pat Kukul is up next, and we've got a program to talk about here called Shoot for Fun. Stick around.
The Fishing Frenzy with Rick Jordan.
Okay. I know the song. I can sing it.
Yeah.
But who's the artist?
Oh, Nat King Cole.
Oh.
That merry old soul.
Yes.
Lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer, right on through the weekend, it appears.
Yeah, we do have it. You're right. Yep. We've got the haze, and I'm lazy.
And I'm crazy, so there you go.
Hey, what a team. Pat Kukul, you are not lazy or hazy.
Or crazy.
No. But you were missing the beer in that statement.
Ah.
But that's okay.
I was brought up Baptist, so...
Yeah, you were. I didn't know that.
It really was. I might have cheated a little bit later. But...
You turned out fine.
Thank you. We've got I don't know if you've seen this, but there's an event coming up called Shoot for Fun on September 7th. Are you familiar with that?
Yes, absolutely. We're involved in the fact that, of course we donate.
Yeah.
But what a great shoot and what a great effort on all those volunteers. They do a wonderful job there.
They are going to have a lot of volunteers because there's a lot of businesses involved in it, including Calder and...
Oh, yeah. It's been, it's something that was great right out of the chute, and it continues to be great, and that doesn't always happen. So, and it's, over $1 million, of course, is, such a great supporter. So it's, and everybody, what I like about it is they have people who actually aren't shooting that much, but they're willing to put themselves out there and try, and just for the greater benefit. So it is a wonderful event. Yes, we've talked to them a couple of times already, and we'll pray for good weather and hope it goes well for them.
The event is, let me put my glasses on and tell you that it is, Dave, when is it?
I can't see it.
I can't either.
Don't make me walk. Don't make me walk over someplace and look for you. This is your job.
September 7th.
September 7th, Day of Infamy.
There you go.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Boy, I'm glad that's over with. That was hard.
And he's older than I am, by the way.
Yeah, right. I'm older than you are.
You are not. No, you're not.
So we're into the hazy, lazy days of summer, but of course, as we've got an eye to fall, and we're really, as some of the fall products come in, some of the rifles and such, and what prompted this is because I was unwrapping one of the new Savage rifles, and they've done a wonderful job with this gun. It's got a wood stock detachable mag. It already comes with the scope mount on it, all for under $500. Savage, as usual, produces a product that's user-friendly, economical, and shoots very well. And this has always been their standard all the time. So, and I'm going to go on a little bit because I kind of like they were the innovators in left-handed guns for youth ladies.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Always with a lot of calibers. They've got the Lady Hunter designed specifically for women with a higher comb on it that fits well, and no other gun company has done that. And then they've got high-end precision rifles, too. So we're a big proponent of Savage rifles, but this new one is worth a look, that's for sure. There's a lot of synthetic guns on the market, but, thanks to Turkey and their walnut, we see a few really nice wood, and a lot of people like the traditional stocks yet, so.
Turkey, you say, and of course I thought of the bird, but you're talking about the country.
I'm talking about the country because...
a wooden turkey running through my yard.
God. Okay, are you sure about the beer? Because, you're getting a little... you're wandering, Rick. But, Turkey is really, I think, probably the biggest producer of walnut now. So there's a lot of Turkish walnut used in rifle stocks and in shotgun stocks, too, because we don't have so much walnut left in the United States. So.
Yeah. It went into furniture, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't know where it went. I guess it takes a long time to. Maybe we should go into that business, but we won't live long enough to produce a mature tree.
Come on, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. But no, I think walnut is a wonderful addition to the stock of a rifle. It just looks and feels nifty.
Yes, you're absolutely right, and I myself. And of course, when you're bumping around through the woods with the synthetics, you have to realize, don't cry if you get a scratch in that wood stock. It's just you can't have it both ways because the synthetic indeed is lighter and, it takes some abuse. But each to his own. That's why we have so many productions of rifles and stocks and configuration because we'd be pretty bored if we only had 10 choices.
Oh, that's true. Very, very true. But a little scratch here and there is what?
It's part of the hunting experience.
That's it. It's proof you've been outside.
Yep, exactly. So we've been having we're looking again towards fall, as we all do. I'm not rushing the season, but that's what we do, and stocking up a little more in rifles, although, again, shotgun still goes strong. And what's nice, again, in the fall, the shotgun, a lot of the trap clubs stay open now. to get people out there. And then, of course, there's shooting, too. So it is year-round, too, not necessarily for hunting, but for shooting, target shooting. So,
it's called practice.
Makes perfect.
Yes, it does, and you should do it. It's a lot of fun when you're out there and you're just shooting at targets, not worried so much about taking the animal home.
Exactly, yeah. That's a great thing about shooting sports. There's something for everybody.
Yep. Hey, what are your hours at Superior Shooters Supply?
We are open 9 to 6, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday. We're closed on Sunday, and we're here to help any way we can.
Pat Kukl, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. So this event is called Shoot for Fun, is September 7 at the Old Vermilion Trail, which is up in Gunnison Town. Also known as Bert's Place.
Oh, all right.
And it's a lot of fun. Actually, it's a nice place just to visit.
All right.
We'll be right back.
The Fishing Frenzy with Rick Jordan.
Going fishing today, you'll need minnows, leeches, crawlers, hooks, sinkers, all of the above. And you might need some cool clothes, too, and that's where Northwest Outlet fits in. Good morning, Scott Miller.
Good morning, everybody.
Where's Dad?
He is, what did he have? He had some kind of an appointment this morning, so he had to fill in, and I thought, well, I could chit-chat a little bit.
You're way better than he is.
I don't know about that, but I appreciate that.
Do you get outside much? Do you get out and fish and do all that?
Lately this year, my time outside has been spent working on projects. I haven't had a whole lot extra time to fish, but I was able to get out once, and I had a pretty good day. So
good.
They say, what's that old saying? A day spent fishing is better than a day spent at work, or something like that.
10-4.
Yeah.
Boy, I totally agree with that. My wife thinks I fish too much.
Well, I don't think you can fish too much.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. It's a fine line, but I don't think you can cross it.
I'm just being a nice guy. I take my son out fishing, my little boy.
Very good, very good.
Who is 50-some years old.
Yeah.
So we're going today probably if the winds don't get too crazy. Right now, Dave Strandberg's talking about winds of 20-some miles an hour.
Yeah, it's a little breezy looking out the windows here in Superior, and it's going to be a steamy one too by the feel of it walking out the door. But if you get out on the water, especially out on the big lake, you probably get away from the heat a little bit.
Yeah, well, there you go. Northwest Outlet's the store right downtown. Plenty of parking there in the back, and on the street too. So, what's some good deals?
We've got some really good deals on all of our summer stuff. We've got our markdown going on right now, so we are officially in get rid of it mode. So come on in and help us out with that. And even if you need some winter stuff, we still got a lot of winter stuff left over that's priced really right. Good selection, good sizes, good colors. We've got all of our sandals, all of our hiking boots, work boots, you name it. If you need it for your feet and you can't find it here, they probably don't make it.
Boots are a marvelous idea. We're not in probably not in boot mode right now, but in about a month or so, we will definitely need boots for wetness, hiking, deer hunting, whatever.
Yes, yep, it is coming. We are looking at August coming up on the calendar, and boy, where did summer go?
What is the date today?
This would be the 26th
of July.
Jeez, it is going quick.
Yeah.
Oh. What are your hours at Northwest Outlet Superior?
We are open normally Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturdays 9 to 5:30. However, next week we've got a little project going on. We're going to be replacing our parking lot, so we're going to be closed on Monday and Tuesday, and then back to regular hours on Wednesday.
The parking lot right behind the store off of right across from the grocery?
Yep, right in front of the store here where we've got some lumps that we got to get rid of, so we decided we're just going to rip it up and start over fresh.
Well, it's a nice vacation for your workers, too.
It is, yep. So we'll give everybody a couple days off, and we'll get back to it on Wednesday.
Very good. What are those hours, even though you're closed a couple of days?
Yeah, yep. So Wednesday we'll be back 9 to 6. And then we'll be like that through Friday, and then Saturday 9 to 5:30. Closed on Sundays.
Very good. Hey, Scotty, thank you very much.
Yeah, you guys have a good day here.
Scott Miller at Northwest Outlet. DNR Fisheries in Minnesota has talked about what they call pretty good fishing, but you can apply through August 16th for special youth deer hunts. I know we're a little bit ahead here, but if you're a hunting family, this might be a good idea in Minnesota, is to check into that. Best way to do it, I think, is probably just tap in Minnesota Department of Natural Resources and get that information. Right. They surprisingly are very informative. A lot of websites, baloney. This one is pretty good. Good information. Whoa, man, time's flying here.
Yeah.
Is it 9:40 already?
It is.
Wow, we'll be right back.
KDAL.
Hot town.
Hot town, summer in the city, back of my neck.
It is going to be a hot time in the city this weekend for sure. As we
Boy,
get
it
into
really
the,
is. This is, we like warm weather, but this is one of the things that's over the top.
Yeah, it doesn't happen too often. And when it does and when it hangs around, it's kind of unusual.
We're talking 80s.
Yeah, mid-80s today, around 90 tomorrow, upper 80s on Sunday, and back to the mid-80s again on Monday.
When we go back to work.
Yeah. So,
Fascinating.
and humid conditions as well, just to top it off.
We can't get a hold of Johnny Charlstrom.
I don't know what happened to Johnny this morning.
Usually he is just a rock.
Yeah.
And now,
All right.
He could be taking that new boat out fishing.
Maybe that was the key.
And if he's got a new boat, I'd say, yes, take it.
Or he's just so busy he can't take time to get to the phone.
Well,
They got lots of bait there, and
They are,
the
and
fishing is good. So.
the cool thing about it is it's right on the way to the lakes.
Right.
You're headed up north. You got Charlstrom's, and you could take a left and go to the Rice Lake, the dam area. A little bit further, you got a left, and you go to...
that dam area.
Dave. You can go over to Fish Lake.
Yes.
And pretty soon you're at Island Lake. Keep going, and you're on the range. So stop in there. Johnny's pretty good guy. Good people there. We're just looking at some of the best states for fishing. I think Minnesota and Wisconsin are pretty darn good.
I would think they'd be towards the top.
Number one fishing lake state, Florida.
Well, they got water on all sides.
They're loaded with water.
Right.
Too much water. Number two, Alaska.
What? Okay, I'll give you that, I guess.
I think my son was stationed there in the Air Force. What's the base up there?
Elmendorf?
Elmendorf. He was up there, and they got pictures. It's pretty good.
Wow.
Now, here's one that surprises me. I guess it's different fish than we have around here. Montana is ranked as number 3.
Oh.
Number 4.
Mountain fishing, maybe, I guess, huh?
Stream fishing, sure.
Stream, yeah.
And they've got, wow.
All right.
Pretty good.
I haven't heard either Wisconsin or Minnesota yet.
Number 4, Minnesota.
All right, about time.
Yeah. Let me see if we get down to Wisconsin. Wisconsin. Oh, it's right there.
Yeah.
It's right behind Texas. Number 6, Wisconsin.
Boy. All right.
Fishing's just so, I don't know.
That's popular nationwide, apparently.
It is nation. Well, the least most popular. Probably Rhode Island or something.
A place with no lakes.
I guess I only go down to number 16.
Oh.
Number 16 is Maryland.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Missouri is 15th. Now, as a kid, I spent a lot of summers in Missouri. My parents wanted me to stay with Grandpa and Grandma. Well, they stayed and cleaned the house, got it ready for me again.
Sure.
Anyway, Missouri, I remember fishing, and they have impoundment lakes. You got a good river, dam it.
Oh, sure.
And up comes a lake. And they have done that, I think, with the Army Corps of Engineers.
Right.
Lake of the Ozarks, things like that.
Makes for good fishing, and it gives you the bonus of power.
Well, there you go. Yeah. But I know they love to water ski down there.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of those people are out there playing around, having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So other than that,
Want to head for Matt?
let's try Matt.
All right, Matt King of Fishing's Corner. You'll be coming up next as the fishing frenzy continues here on KDAL.
I'm Tim Lesmeister, and this is from the pages of the Outdoor News, brought to you by OnX Hunt. We had just dropped the boat in, and my son was parking the car when this guy pulls up in a small boat with a tiller motor, and he had a big stringer of walleyes. I'll tell you what he did to catch them, but first...
Hunting season will be here before you know it, and it's time to get ready for your next adventure with the OnX Hunt app. Whether you're traveling in search of roosters, elk, waterfowl, or looking to score on a whitetail close to home, OnX Hunt can help you be more successful this season. Route, plan, and navigate with private and public land boundaries, recent imagery, offline maps, and Minnesota-specific hunt layers. Download the Hunt app on the App Store or Google Play and join the millions of hunters that trust OnX Hunt.
So I'm standing on the dock waiting for my son to park the car. We're going to go out and fish for bass when this guy pulls up in this small boat, had a tiller motor, and he's got a big stringer of walleyes. And I said, "What'd you do to catch those fish?" He shows me his rig. It was a Daredevil spoon that was behind a very large sinker that he had been slow trolling along the deep weed line. And I thought to myself, that would work, wouldn't it? You know why? Because he was showing those walleyes something they haven't seen in a long time. These fish were obviously a little aggressive, but they were hitting something that was unusual to them, and that is why we have to take into consideration how fish get conditioned. Mr. Walleye Gary Roach used to tell me that on some lakes the fish got so conditioned to live bait rigs, you had to extend the distance between the hook and the sinker a large amount or you couldn't get a bite. He said they wouldn't bite on jig and minnows on some lakes because they'd seen so many. So sometimes you just have to get out those legacy lures on some lakes if you want to catch fish. This is from the pages of the Outdoor News.
Time now for a Natural Resources Minute, brought to you by the Minnesota DNR.
Hi, everyone. I'm Stephanie Stearns from the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources. Safety is always in season. This summer, keep the boating season fun, memorable, and safe. Wear a life jacket. Leave the alcohol on shore. Operating a boat under the influence is illegal and the single greatest factor in fatal boating accidents. Check your safety equipment before you head out. Own your wake to ensure you aren't causing environmental harm or presenting dangers to other people. And brush up on the rules in the Minnesota Boating Guide and take an online course to increase your knowledge. More tips can be found on the boating safety webpage of the DNR website.
For more information, visit mndnr.gov. This has been a Natural Resources Minute from the Minnesota DNR.
The Fishing Frenzy with Rick Jordan.
Imagine me and you at the Twins game.
Or in the boat.
Okay. Hey, do you want to go fishing?
I haven't thought about it lately, but too hot out there now.
Hey, you need a license.
Oh, yeah, well, that's
you can get a short one. We'll do the St. Louis River. That way you don't have to buy a Minnesota license. I don't have to buy a Wisconsin license.
Oh, I see. So you're kind of cheating there.
No.
What if you're right on the border? Do you need both?
No.
Oh.
It's practical. It's practical.
All right.
You've been on the river.
I've seen the river. I guess I haven't really. I've crossed the river
every day.
Yeah, but I haven't really boated the river.
Let's do it. Come on.
Someday we'll have to do that.
Yeah.
It's too hot today, but
not today. Too hot, too windy.
Right.
A week I'd put in under the bridge. The big bridge.
Yeah.
It's a good landing there.
Okay.
There's some others up the way. There's Boy Scout landing at the end of the area. They've kind of opened up a new lake up there. We call it Perch Lake.
Oh, really?
It had been pretty skunky and maybe blocked off by junk and stuff. But
yeah, that river has really been cleaned up over recent years.
I'll tell you what.
Compared to the dumping ground it used to be.
You remember those days.
Well, yeah, all the industry along the river, that's where all the excess stuff went.
Yep.
But, who would have known or thought, I guess, at that time, what you're doing to that poor river?
Oh, that poor river. Yeah. Tires and sludge of all kind. But it's pretty good right now, and God bless the people that really put their minds to it. It's beautiful.
And the fish are happy, too, I'm sure.
Fishing can be pretty good. There are areas where you can catch a lot of fish, and others where the fish are bigger, or there's areas where there's nothing. But my favorite area, right under the railroad bridge. I just forgot the name of it. It's goes into South Superior.
Oh,
that bridge.
I know what bridge you're talking about. I can't think of it.
It's a swing bridge or
it's senior moments for both of us here.
Yeah, right. It's not coming.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Somebody will call and say, "You dummies, that's called the blah, blah, blah bridge." But I do like that. You can get in the shade if you want. Okay. Fish close to shore on one side. That doesn't work. Go to the other side. But that has been, in fact, I caught a fish in that area. Oh, it had to be, when I first moved up here, I was in a little 3-horsepower boat. And something took my line and started to go, and I had to follow it. Otherwise, the line would have broken. I chased that fish and the lure for, I'll bet, a half hour.
Wow.
I never saw it. Maybe I saw the back, maybe a fin. I have no idea how big it was, what kind of fish it was, but there was a couple that had been water skiing back by Airplane Cove, and they both yelled at me and said, "It's huge!" And a little girl yelled, "It's a whale!"
Oh, my goodness.
But I never saw it. Finally, it did get wrapped around something and broke.
You never got to land it?
Never really saw a good picture of it.
That's too bad.
You want to go fishing? You need everything that it takes.
Yep.
Everything. Whether it's new line, a new... hey, you can stop at Fisherman's Corner. If you're going to hit the water, Fisherman's Corner is a good place to start. 20% off all the select rods and sun shirts, too.
Oh, boy.
And rain gear, because you know we're going to be needing that pretty soon.
Now, what do you mean by sun shirts? They kind of keep you sun out?
They're real light.
Yeah.
And they keep the sun from getting down your neck and down your arms and
good
stuff.
Idea.
It's a good idea. I'm speaking as a guy who has skin cancer.
Right.
So I'm telling you.
In the sun a lot, and it's good to get protection.
Yep. I got it in several places that I never thought I would. Okay. By the way, at Fisherman's Corner, 10% off of the electronics, the trolling motors, and the rods and reel combos. Fisherman's Corner will buy, sell, and trade your guns.
Oh.
So you can check this out, too, when you're thinking of going up there and get some bait. Bring the gun, too, if you don't need it. Right. See if they'll take it back. Give you a good price.
You can't shoot fish, can you?
In a barrel.
Oh. I don't think that's legal.
I've never heard of anybody shooting a fish, other than with arrows.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I've never done that, but I
guess it's possible.
Seen it
or spearing, I guess they still do that.
Yeah. I think there's a law against game fish, like a walleye.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
So Fisherman's Corner is now, they're now a U-Haul equipment rental center, which is pretty neat, too. So renting moving trucks and trailers and car dollies and things is very, very, very handy. It's right up by Pike Lake off Highway 53. The address is 5675 Miller Trunk Highway.
There you go.
Or you could Facebook them and find out.
See, so if I were to go fishing, that would be the place to go to get all the equipment I need before I hit the water.
Yes.
And I would need just about everything.
So. I got it. You sit in the boat, you row, and I'll...
But, yeah, if you weren't helping me out with your equipment, I'd have to go to Fisherman's Corner to get equipped.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true. I didn't tell you that, did I? Mm-hmm. But if you're in my boat, you're sitting in the back there having a nice, cool Pepsi.
Okay, good. I'm starting to like this fishing stuff.
Is it too sunny for you? We can put the roof up.
Oh, wow. You got a roof on your boat?
Put it up for the first time last week.
Goodness.
It was hotter than blazes.
You are boating in style.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Pretty good.
Yeah, I did that for my wife.
Okay.
I don't like it. I would rather get hot.
Well, see now. You got to protect your skin.
Too late.
Yeah, well, for future possibilities. So.
Well, we missed talking to Johnny, but stop in and tell him, Johnny, they missed you on the radio.
Hopefully everybody back next week.
Yes.
Including you.
Dave, thank you for your help.
All right. Stick around because we got news up next, and then it's Bruce Siskey's show on KDAL.